Good evening. Are you all awake? Are you really awake? Are you tired? Oh, thank you very much for overcoming the tiredness to come here. How many are you from the GDG community? Oh, how many of you are there from the developer student clubs? Awesome. How many of you are certified alumni? Nice. Thank you very much, folks. And this is a community session, so we're going to spend the next 30 minutes with a series of lightning talks. My name is Karthik Padmanabhan. I'm part of the developer relations team, representing the team, and I'm trying to moderate this 30-minute talk, which is going to be very quick, snazzy, 4-minute format. And we're going to try to get through this with little swiftness and a lot of speed. So before we get into these talks, I just want to very quickly set the context. For every particular life cycle in a developer, right, we have some Google developer programs available to you. So if you're a student in a college, you can check out the Developer Student Club. You can become a community leader. You can get more members into that, and you can get going with that. Or if you feel that you want to be employed and you want to get the right kind of employment, you can go looking for the certified alumni program out there, and some of you would have already gone check that out. And then you can eventually get into a stage where you're actually professional and you want to work. You can become a part of the GDG network, Google Developer Groups, and become a member, become a leader, and we're going to have some series of talks from that. And eventually, if you feel, especially all the women folks out there, how many of you are there? Please raise your hands. Oh, give them a big round of applause, guys. Thank you. And so you can all become a women tech leader, tech maker, and a leader, a WTM lead as part of the WTM program. And then we also, for people who are really spend a lot of time and build a lot of expertise and want to go ahead and share that knowledge, we have a platform called the Google Developer Experts. You can go ahead and leverage that. And then finally, we have a startup program, and you can become a Launchpad member as a part of the program. This is all these programs across the entire life cycle of a developer, and you are able to connect with any of these programs, and you can later connect with me or the team to get more details on this. So with that, let me give, please, ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Christy Anup to come on stage.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christy Anup, and I'm the lead for Developer Student Club at CMR Institute of Technology. Well, I'm a fourth-year information science and engineering student who spends most of his time outside the class than in the classroom. Now, let's not get into what I do outside the classroom. In fact, I help my friends and I mentor my juniors. This is what I do. Today in this presentation, I will be going through what we as DSC leads do, our roles and our responsibilities. The Developer Student Club program is a massive network of 190 developer student clubs all across the country. From approximately 100 cities, these developer student leads were handpicked by Google after rigorous rounds of interview from application pool of 1,000+ applications. We strongly believe that these DSC leads will have a high impact in the society. Now let me briefly go through what we do. We are students. We learn and we keep learning. We learn from the amazing material provided to us from Google, beautiful material, and we share this knowledge through workshops. These workshops are not only open for novice developers, but also open to advanced developers trying to further their skills. These workshops are custom designed for the type of audience that enter the workshops. And by the end of every workshop, we make sure to provide them material directly from Google from which they can continue self-learning. And trust me, we have received amazing, tremendous feedback for these workshops, and we will be providing more and more workshops in the coming months. Now, students have become technically strong. They know how to code, but they will have to implement it somewhere, right? They're going to help local businesses, local entrepreneurs, and local organizations help run their businesses more efficiently and help them make more money at the end of the day. This is one of the beauties of the Developer Student Club network. All this takes place through communication. They go to the local businesses, find out what their problems are, and develop mobile and web solutions for them. Now, these are not big organizations or businesses, just small businesses, and they come up with very simple solutions to help them. And in this entire journey, the developer student leads and the students not only become technically strong, but they also learn business analytical, business communication, as well as soft skills, and most importantly, they learn real-world problem-solving skills. How awesome is that? Now, students know everything. They're technically strong. They know the ins and outs of business. They also know how to communicate well. They're more open to employability opportunities. They're more open to full-time internship as well as freelance project opportunities. How awesome is that? That's really amazing, isn't it? This is one of the main aims of the Developer Student Club Network, to help students, to help them make more employable. And finally, we would love for you to be a part of the Developer Student Club Network. Please contact the email ID on the screen, and you will be connected to your nearest Developer Student Club in your city, where you can provide mentorship, training, and also help students solve real-world problems. We look forward to seeing you, all of us on our campuses, helping our students, helping local organizations, and helping our world an amazing place to live. Thank you.
Wow. Christy, I have a awesome. Thanks for this passionate talk, and
Thank you.
really appreciate all the great work you're doing for the Developer Student Club program. So what has been one of those important moments for you managing this program at CMRIT? By the way, he's in the 4th year Information Science in CMRIT. What has been a memorable moment for you?
So this program has completely transformed me, Karthik. I'm not the person I used to be. So I used to be a bit of a selfish person, but after coming to this program, I've completely changed into a new person. I won multiple awards, but when students who you taught in your workshops come back to you after a few weeks, after a few days, with their own application, you feel a sense of accomplishment. This is a type of reward that I've never felt before. So this is what I love of the Developer Student Club Network.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him another round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anup.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Karthik.
So let's move on to the next very important program, Google certification, Google Developer Certification. Before I call on JP, how many of you have gone to the certification lounge? Wow, that's awesome. Thank you very much. So we have the global lead for certification, JP and Kamal. Take it away, JP.
Hello, everyone. We're here to talk about developer certification. Who wants to hear about developer certification? All right.
Ooh.
Do we need it louder?
Ooh.
Ooh, developer certification. Woo! All right. I'm JP. I'm the program manager for developer certification, and we launched developer certification at I/O in 2016, with the purpose being to help close a gap for employers that are looking for talented developers and developers that are looking for jobs. In this, our mission has been to create performance-based certifications that are industry standard and help developers gain recognition and advance their careers. Since we launched the program, we have created Associate Android Developer as a certification, Mobile Web Specialist as a certification, and there's more to come. We've certified approximately 1,700 developers in over 90 countries. 300 of those developers are Indian developers. In addition to the numbers, there's also been some impact in terms of promotions, jobs, career. Alumni are reporting new jobs, additional opportunities, speaking opportunities. It's making an impact. Some of the testimonials we've basically received speak to this, and there's more. So this is just a brief overview to set the stage for certification. What I'd like to do now is introduce Kamal Avad. Kamal is one of our first certified Android developers, and he's going to speak about his experience with the certification program and what has happened since that time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kamal Ved. I'm Google certified Android developer with having experience of 5+ years in Android. Currently, I'm working with Infosys Limited at Chandigarh as tech analyst. I first heard about this program at I/O, and I was super excited because I found a way to test my skills. So I completed my certification back in 2016, and it has benefited me personally as well as professionally. By personally, I mean, I was looking for a job in 2016 in good organizations before my certification. Once I completed my certification, I got noticed, visibility, and got more job calls. So it helped in a way. If I talk about professionally, I'm a SME, smart professional engineer, subject architect, and working with in different programs that includes reviews, app management, and different activities in our organization. I'm getting more visibility in my current organization due to my certification, as I am the only certified guide in Infosys at Chandigarh region. There are more benefits associated with certification as well. From organization point of view, every organization want to hire good talent, having good technical sound knowledge under the belt, right? So they are using certification as a filter nowadays to conduct quick interviews. If you are a certified dev right now, you will definitely have an edge over others. There are some other benefits related to certification that I have got. I want to share that. Social. If you are a social person, ever since I have completed my certification, I have been called by many universities, colleges, students to come over the place and work as a trainer to guide them and tell about the certification program and how they can go about the Android stuff. So, for example, I have been called by GDG Jalandhar for DevFest recently. So here's the link. If you are interested in this program, you can go over this link and find the stuff and go step by step. Thank you.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, please give JP and Kamal a big round of applause. And please keep the certification momentum going across. And there will be a lot of new certifications coming up. So stay tuned and keep track of what's happening in the certification world. So moving on to the next talk, are you guys having fun? Is it interesting? Is breaking the monotony? Yes, no? Huh? Yes? Yes? Okay, so let's call my next speaker, who's from the favorite part of the country called Jaipur. Vikas Bajpai is going to share his thoughts and views about building the Google developer groups. So without much ado, please welcome Vikas Bajpai. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, Karthik.
All yours.
Hello, everyone. So one of the prime benefit of being a GDG member is you get a huge fan following. So I am Vikas. The entire country is in search of Vikas these days. Jokes apart, I am Vikas Bajpai. I am the organizer of GDG Jaipur. It's in Rajasthan. When we talk about GDG, just wanted to get to know that how many of you are aware about this term GDG? Right, so many of you. So basically, GDG gives you a platform where you can talk, you can share, you can interact, and of course, you can have some good food. Right, looking at my health, you can have trust on whatever I'm saying. So if you talk about Google Developers Group in terms of the presence all across the globe, we have 700 plus community groups in 107 countries with 300,000 people associated with these groups. And it's huge. It's huge. And it's supported by 2,000 organizers all across the globe. And if you talk about Indian context, so what we have here is we have 21 chapters which is supported by n number of developers. Some of the developers are sitting in this audience as well. And we are able to reach 75,000 plus people. If you want to know more about this Google Developers Group, or if you want to open a chapter in your city or in your region, you can visit meetup.com/pro/GDG. All the activities which are performed under this umbrella or the Google's umbrella are absolutely free. And of course, I would like to see you in the future events which will be organized by these chapters. If you want to know more, if you want to get more insight about the Google Developers Group, you can interact with some of the awesome GDG organizers who are sitting in the community lounge. Some of the people are sitting here only. And you can also reach out to me as well. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Hey, what you forgot to tell is that 75,000 out of this overall 300,000 is from India. So please give yourself a big round of applause,
Yeah.
guys. It's a big chunk of community out here in this great nation called India. Thank you very much. Keep that going. So, Vikas, most important thing is that, so you've been serving the community for how long now?
Since last 5 years.
Please give another round of applause. 5 years.
Thank you, thank you.
5 years doing a volunteer work is big deal. Thank you very much.
Thank
So
you.
what is that one thing that comes across in this last 5 years which you want to share with the audience?
Okay, so after every event, we collect the feedbacks. And we get the inputs from the audience, that means the attendees. And even if a single attendee says that the event was useful, we get a satisfactory smile on our face. And that keeps us motivated. Right.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
that's
you, thank
Vikas
you.
Bajpai for you. Please give him another round of applause, guys. Come on. Give it. Give it. Thank you. Okay, so now I have the great honor and privilege of calling on stage Sukriti Paul. Sukriti Paul is a fourth-year computer science student from Manipal Institute of Technology. She also happens to be the Women Tech Maker lead, and she's been doing an awesome job making sure that a lot of women get into part of the WTM community out there in Manipal. Without much ado, let's invite on stage Sukriti Paul, guys, please.
Thank you, Karthik. To begin with, the WTM program basically provides an ecosystem which is built on visibility, community, and resources for women tech enthusiasts around the globe. Visibility means that it gives us a platform to showcase role models and also showcase the achievements of women technologists. Community is the human component, which basically helps us in building networks, sharing our knowledge, and motivation. The Women Tech Makers program also provides us with resources which help in career development and building one's technical skill set so that the women can become industry leaders. The Women Tech Makers chapters across the various cities set out to build roadmaps to accomplish our mission. And our mission is to proliferate the participation of women in technology. Back in 2012, Megan Smith started this as a part of Google I/O, and today it is led by a global team of Googlers and headed by Natalie Villalobos. So with over 4,350 participants and members and 27 active chapters in India, Women Tech Makers assume seamless functionality and coordination, and the numbers keep growing by the day. Now let me talk a little about the initiatives. Our in-house activities include meetups, speaker sessions, hands-on sessions, workshops, lightning talks, and mentorship programs. Some of the communities also promote progressive learning via collaborative projects to help our members step into open source ventures. The Women Tech Makers program this year actually is, we're glad to announce this year, there's an overall 25% women participation in the DevFest season 2017. When it comes to the global programs, the Women Tech Makers group promotes and encourages women to participate in signature events like IWD, the Grace Hopper Collins India Conference, and the Women Tech Makers Lead Summit. Propagating Anita Borg's vision of 50-50 by 2020, the WTM Scholars Program selects and empowers individuals who show an excellent academic performance, outreach contribution, and have technical knowledge. Women Tech Makers has also partnered with Udacity to provide 100 scholarships for fully certified courses for the women in technology. Now, I've spoken about the WTM story, and I'd request all the women and the men, of course, everyone in the room, to engage with us. Our social media and Twitter handle is Women Tech Makers. You can join the movement by registering as a member at www.womentechmakers.com/membership. The benefits of being a member is that a global team actually curates these resources, and the content is emailed to you. So for the experienced women, there is a separate program, and they can actually register as influencers, where they mentor startups and they mentor individuals based on their expertise. So do join the movement that is centered around inclusion, diversity, and equality and equal opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, please give her a big round of applause. Thank you, Sukriti. A quick question for you. What's been one of the biggest challenge for you as being a WTM lead at Manipal Institute of Technology?
Okay. So thank you, Karthik. One of the biggest challenges for me is that my chapter is a college-centric chapter. So designing events which cater to the needs of all the 4 years of college, starting from the freshers to the final year students, it has been the biggest challenge for me, because there is a huge variation in technical skill set over the 4 years of college. Having said that, another smaller challenge was the scheduling of events, because of the college timetable clashes and different study hours. We come from a residential college, so I think these are the challenges.
Thank you. Please, you're doing a great job in spite of these challenges. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karthik.
And another thing is that thank you for you and all the WTM leads out there for making it one of the most diverse tech conference, at least Google has handled in this part of the world. Thank you very much. Okay, so before I get carried away, I know I have a lot of time pressure. So Soham, my great friend, who's been my partner in crime in a lot of these Solve for India events, which we did together for the last 6 months in 15 cities. Over to Soham Mandal, who's a Google developer expert, giving a lot of his knowledge, sharing a lot of stuff with community and developers. Over to you, Soham.
Hi, everyone. I'm Soham, and I'm a Google developer expert for user experience. And I'm here to talk to you about the Google Developer Experts program. So Google Developer Experts is basically a global network of experts in these 3 focus areas. The first focus area is technology, which includes technologies like Android, web, cloud, and so on. The second focus area is product design, which includes the various disciplines of product design, strategy, and so on. The third focus area is growth and monetization, which includes marketing, branding, distribution, and so on. So to be an expert, you have to be an expert in some of these areas, and you have to undergo a thorough evaluation process. So currently, there are about 450 experts in the world, and just 13 of them are from India. I believe this is not truly representative of the amount of talent we have in the country right now, right? So I really look forward to having more experts from India join the program very soon. So what do Google Developer Experts do? The short answer to that question is Google Developer Experts contribute to the community in a very positive way. And this could be in one of many ways. For example, I have friends who are experts who write great blog posts, and their posts have lots of views and followers. Other experts contribute to open source in a very, very prolific way. They have lots of followers and stars on GitHub. Other experts mentor startups and actually help decide their future. More recently, I've also seen experts doing live streams, and that is a very, very interesting trend. In general, experts are all about helping people and solving problems. So in case you're interested in learning more about the Experts program, please visit this URL. Feel free to also reach out to me or any of the other experts in the room if you have any questions.
Thank you very much, Soham.
Thank you.
So So what's been your learning after mentoring so many startups and sharing a lot of expertise on UX and Android, building apps during the Solve for India tour? So what is that one thing that sort of struck your mind?
So before joining the program and before joining Solve for India, I was able to contribute to my community here in Bangalore. But after the initiative, I was able to travel to various cities in India, like Bhubaneswar, Kolkata, and so on. And then I think I've been able to make an impact in the lives of designers and developers across India, which is something incredible, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Soham. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, Soham Mondal. So we're going to get to the last part of the lightning talk. We have the last speaker. So Srinath has been involved with the Launchpad mentorship program for many years. He spent thousands of hours mentoring startups across the various formats of Launchpad, and I don't want to steal the thunder away from him. So let's invite on stage Srinath VS. Srinath, come on up.
Thanks, Karthik. Good evening, everyone. My name is Srinath, and I am a product management consultant. I used to head product management for maps for a range of Nokia phones till about 4 years ago when I quit. And then I used to write a lot on product management on LinkedIn. Someone at Google once saw what I'd written, and then they called me and said they're going to start this whole series of programs called Launchpad, and would I like to come and be a mentor there? And that's how my journey with Launchpad started. So what really is Launchpad? Launchpad is a program that Google put together for startups to help them with various queries that they have. And realizing that startups have very different challenges early on and later, the program is structured differently for early stage startups as well as mature startups. So for early stage startups, you have the Launchpad Start and the Launchpad Build, which is a 2-day or a 5-day program. Largely what it does is it helps startups come back, reflect on a lot of things around how they're building their products, how they're doing their marketing, and brainstorm with a bunch of Googlers as well as industry experts across product, UX, marketing, or technology. For later stage startups or more mature startups, there is also a Launchpad Accelerator, which is a 6-month program, which usually starts with a 2-week, really intense sit down, where you sit down with people and do the same exercise over and over again, and walk away with clear targets of what you're going to do over the next 6 months. Now, what's in it for startups? Launchpad offers a great way for startups to really work with some of the best mentors across the world, from Google and from elsewhere. And much of this is customized to the life stage of the startups. When you're very early on, you're looking at saying, how do I grow and how do I really build a market share? But later on, you end up having queries of, is this the right team structure? Why I want to move to a different geography? What do I do around that? And Launchpad lets you brainstorm not just with experts, but other startups as well. The team of Launchpad mentors, many of us have worked across geographies. So we're able to sit down with startups in some country and come back and say, hey, you know what, maybe some other country, some startups solved it another way. So why don't you learn? So there's a great opportunity for cross-pollination. Launchpad, the impact of Launchpad program, the start and build, there have been over 500 mentorship hours and rated very highly by startups. It's rated over 4.6. And the Launchpad Accelerator, which is a 6-month program, startups there have raised over 62 million of funding. Personally, it's been a great learning experience as a mentor because we get to see very diverse startups, and it's a great connect the dot opportunities working with startups across different domains, as well as with working with the different communities. So working with other mentors and seeing what are the different perspectives that they bring. How does a UX mentor look at it versus how does a marketing mentor look at it, or a product mentor or a tech mentor, and just synthesize all of this and try and help the startups. For me, it's also been a great way of giving back, helping others see a little clearer by being a third-party view to reflect on the problem that they have. So if any of you have startups, I'd strongly encourage you to try out, to apply at this point. The Twitter handle is here, googledevs.in. Thank you.
Thank you, Srinath. Before you go, so you've been spending so many hours mentoring startups over maybe 4 years now?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years now.
3 or 4 years. So what's that one thing which has struck you in all these 4 years of being associated with Launchpad and mentoring startups?
So I've done mentorship sessions in India, in San Francisco, in Istanbul, met startups from across multiple countries. I remember this one time we were sitting with this startup which was working for house help in Mexico. So they were trying to build a community of house help and a marketplace for them. And so we were sitting and brainstorming about this whole thing, and they were looking at elements of saying, how do you make sure that we get the first visit from house help? And then we started brainstorming around this and realizing the emotional value of having someone trusted at home is far higher than something else. So that brought an entire shift to the way they looked at the problem. So for me, looking at these startups and then just helping them reflect on the problem and see it differently, that's been a big benefit.
Thank you very much, Srinath. Thanks for all your significant contribution. Keep it going. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So with that, before I thank you all, I just want to quickly wrap up the session. So we heard about 6 lightning talks. There are 6 gorgeous programs from the Google Developer Group. What's the first one? Developer Student Club. Okay, just if you're in college, if you're a student, just participate in the Developer Student Club, enroll, meet your leader, and start contributing to the community right away. So if you're still in college or if you're working and if you want to get certified on any of the Google technologies like Android to start with and eventually PWA and some point in time Google Cloud, please go ahead and use Kamal as an example and get certified. And then if you're professional developers already engaged in working with a startup or an enterprise or doing your own stuff, please join the Google Developer Groups, a vibrant community which always believes in sharing and gaining a lot from that by sharing. Become a GDG member right away. And then for all those gorgeous women folks out there, you can have an opportunity to become a WTM lead, start your own stuff within the GDG chapter, or get more women to participate in technology. And then the Google Developer Expert, which Soham talked about, if you want to share expertise, that's a great platform. And then finally, we had Launchpad, which is like if you really are good at certain skills and want to mentor and really give back to the community, you have the Launchpad program. That's the 6 flagship programs from the Google Developer Group. Me and the rest of the team are there. If you guys still have the energy, and want to keep us engaged, happy to share more information, more knowledge, and see how we can get this going. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so now I'm shifting gears here. So now I'm going to do the role on behalf of the GDD core team, and the boss of the GDD core team was sitting here, right here, Peter Lubers, to thank you all for being such an awesome attendees and audience and really making it very, very great, very encouraging, very exciting for all of us out here from the GDD India core team to bring this event to you. So I want to thank you all for being an awesome audience. Please give yourself a big round of applause, guys. Thank you. Okay, so a couple of small things before we actually close. Please check out your inboxes. You would have got email in your inbox. We value your feedback a lot. We want you to give your feedback so that we can keep improving and make things better. So if you like something, please let us know. If you didn't like something, please let us know. Either way, please just let us know. So we really, really want you to give us the feedback so that we can make things much more better and enhance your experience. Second, if you really enjoyed the GDD India experience, I all want you to share this with the community, do some social media updates, share the live streams. There's a lot of videos out there on the YouTube channel. Please spread the word around. Let the content go, reach other folks. If you liked it, please like it and share it with the rest of the other folks. So people within the community, or you want to join the community and want to get GDD extended, please check out the GDD India website. There are a lot of ways for you to access and start and do your own GDD extended events within your community. So we want it to spread, and this is available till Feb. So there's a lot of stuff which is available for you to host those events, and the time period for that is till Feb. And finally, my favorite topic, which we as the core team have been working on, is to make sure that this conference is very diverse. I want to give yourself a big round of applause for all the women and the men to make sure that it's a diverse event. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, and then we've had a lot of people attend GDD India, not only from Bangalore. It's been a kind of a global event, which is a great surprise. We have a lot of people from outside of Bangalore, across India. We have a very good representation. And more importantly, we have a lot of people from outside of India. There are many countries. I don't know the exact numbers. We'll publish it at some point in time. But there are a lot of people from outside of India. Please give them another round of applause, guys. We welcome you. It's great. We look forward to having you again and again and again. Thank you very much. So with that, let's enjoy a brief video of what the exciting times we had together over the last 2 days. Let's roll the video, please.
This is the first GDD ever in India, and this is the largest developer event that Google has held in India ever.
Been living, breathing, eating, sleeping Androids, and this is the first time the event is happening in Bangalore. Many of the people we have seen on online videos, we've seen them in person here. That's a different kind of a feeling.
Our purpose of being here is to know what's next. Firebase, Kotlin, we know that is the future that's going to change things. So we want to make our developers equipped with those technologies. Programming is like math, where you need to practice a lot to gain the expertise.
There was a session that I attended in the morning, which was about design. It was new to me, and that is how I can improvise my work. And also IoT, which I didn't know. So many things that you could do which you didn't know.
Okay, for one last time, on behalf of the GDD India core team, thank you all very much, and see you all next year.